Hi guys, this is Divya Jyoti Patnaik and I welcome everyone back to my YouTube channel. So guys, hope you guys are doing well and you are safe in this pandemic. So I thought of coming with this video as in this pandemic a lot of people are searching for job and a lot of people are thinking like either to go for testing or either to go for development. So I would suggest like you can go for what you wish for. It might be development or it might be testing. Both the platforms are very good and great also, I'll tell. And yes, you guys can choose as per your choice and go with that. So now I have come, as I was telling, I have come up with this video as in this time of this corona, a lot of institutes are you know taking lot of funding or a lot of money or a lot of fees to teach this manual testing, automation testing, or Java or Selenium or API testing, whatever. It's they're taking a combo for, but that might be a long sum amount for some of the people. So to avoid that, if you guys can go ahead with this, I hope it will be helpful for you. I'll make it more clear and more descriptive so you guys can understand more clearly. So let's start the video and I welcome you again to this introduction to manual testing session. This is session 1. Let's start with the session and let's see what is testing. Before we go to manual testing, let's understand what is testing. So what is testing? Like when it comes to testing, obviously you guys might wonder like what needed to be tested. Is it a dish or are there some cuisines? If that is the case, how do we do that? Suppose, let's say we are in a restaurant that is newly inaugurated in your locality and we order a pizza. So basically the funda behind this is, the logic behind this is, suppose there is a restaurant or there is a food van in your locality and they're making pizza or they're making some dishes. Okay, and the similar dishes you already had before in some restaurants, some hotels or some of the places, but you know that taste because suppose if you had pizza in Domino's or Pizza Hut, you know how they make, you know how tasty it is and how it comes actually. Okay, but when you go to the newly opened restaurant or newly inaugurated restaurant, there you'll obviously have expectation that how Domino's or how Pizza Hut is making, I might get the same thing. So you go with the expectation, and towards the expectation we get the pizza. We always expect it comes out as its actual form. Sometimes what happen, you'll order a pizza and some thickness is very light and no cheese, nothing. So because that time what happens, some inner feeling comes, okay, that is not good because we are paying for it, right? When we are paying for it, we own that food, we own that pizza because we are paying for it. Similarly here also software testing is similar kind of thing. Okay, so adding to the previous example, similarly there are other tests as well, like blood test, sugar test. Most nowadays is going on is corona test. But apart from all this, we also have something called software test. Okay, when it comes to software test, then as a layman, what do you understand from it? Assume the word software test is new for you and you are hearing it for the very first time. Will you think, is it a dish or this is something we have to eat and tell what is the test is about? Even you guys know that when I came across this terminology, my reaction was, it's a software, how can we test it? And why should we do that? But after working as a test engineer in few companies, I came to know what was the reason behind that. Why people were telling this is a software and we need to test it. Okay, because when a software is made, it comes to us to test that. Okay, Now let's recall our previous example. There I have mentioned about two different words, expectation and actual. Basically, when we visit a restaurant, we discuss in our home and order our own dishes as per our requirement. It happens obviously when we go for a restaurant. Today we'll plan, okay, in our family or in our friends or boyfriend girlfriend or husband wife, anybody, any relationship you can take, anybody will plan for outing and we'll tell, okay, today night or today afternoon or today morning we'll go to a restaurant and we'll have something. We'll have breakfast, lunch or dinner, let's say, and we have our own order fixed and our own restaurant fixed. Okay, we'll go to this restaurant, we'll order this and we'll have this, because one day you have already went there, you had that and you felt, okay, it was very tasty, it was very delicious, and next time when I come here I'll definitely order it and I'll have it. Now what happens when you go to a restaurant and you order it, the same dish you order it, and what happens, even it happens sometimes, like it happened, you expect something, like you whatever you ordered, you had it before in that same restaurant and today you are ordering the same dish again, and this is the second time you are visiting or the third time you are visiting, or the n number of time you have, the visit number may be n, and you want the same taste, but you don't know the chef is changed. The chef who did that previously and he's changed and he's a new chef. And that time what happened, the order which is placed in front of you, it turns out as something else, maybe in look or maybe in taste. That time, that moment, what will you tell? You'll tell obviously, I expected something, but actually this is not prepared as per my expectations. Here your expectation does not match the actual what you have thought of or what you have seen already. Okay, that your expectation is totally broken here, because your expectation and actual is not matching. So you are disappointed. Now hence software testing is somehow like that. Here we don't have to eat anything, rather you have to test it manually or automatically. So software testing basically means testing the expected result with the actual result and ensuring that the application is defect free. So here you might be wondering, now this guy was speaking about testing and suddenly he came into defect. But don't worry guys, defect we will talk about in our upcoming sessions. That might be some number, and yes, we'll talk about that. And let me tell you, for a small example, suppose we are logging into Facebook. You guys know that suppose we are you are new to the application and you have seen someone is using a Facebook. Suppose if you see and someone is telling, okay guys, see, like as I'll like take example of Sita and Geeta. So Sita is using Facebook and Geeta is new to Facebook and she is seeing what Sita is doing. Now Sita, she enters the username and password and logs in. When she clicked or tap on login button, the home page of Facebook comes. Now Geeta is wondering, okay, when she is entering the username and password and hitting on login or tapping on login, now immediately the home page comes where she can see everyone's post. Now Geeta goes back to home, install the app, Facebook app from the Play Store or the Apple Store, and there she, after installing, she enters the username and password and she logs in. That moment, the login function is not working. She is unable to log in. Something is failing and she is not aware of that, what is the error coming. Now actually she has seen that, okay, when you log in, the home page will come, but now it is not coming. So expected result and the actual result are not matching. This is basically is a defect in the application. Okay, but we'll discuss on defects and the upcoming sessions. Now why testing is required? So there are a couple of reasons regarding why testing is required or necessary, and some of them are listed below. Okay, to stand on customer's requirement and to ensure customer is confident enough while using the application. Nowadays when you see, I'll take example of Amazon, because Amazon has recently like they have changed their UI design of the app. Before that, you have to go and see in the left corner of the device, and there will be have your orders and a profile. But nowadays what they have done, what they have made different tabs below in the app, and it is very nicely categorized what is the what all things is there for each tab. But before that they were having a list, and when you tap on the option menu and the options were coming. So basically it is user friendly. Okay, so once you use particular element, a particular tab, you'll understand what it is telling about. Okay, what the tab is telling about. So the application should be user friendly. Basically, the more it becomes user friendly, the customer becomes more confident to use the product. So obviously when a customer or even a client is giving a requirement, they are thinking from human perspective, what human wants, what the society wants. Similarly they are giving the requirements. Okay, and similarly the app is getting developed and tested and then launched into the market, and customer starts using it. So if customer is not satisfied, or if they are not confident enough to use the application, it is a bad impression, right? So yes, to stand on customer requirement and to ensure customer is confident enough while using the application, we do testing. Now to ensure the application is bug free, because when there is a bug in the application and it stops working at certain stage, it creates a bad impression. As I was telling, like suppose Geeta now, like Sita has seen Sita is using the Facebook app and Geeta is trying to do the same thing. Now Geeta is not able to log in, even it is working fine properly. Due to some server issue, due to some issue, login is not happening. Maybe some development is going on, some deployment is going on. So all the terminology what I'm using, development, deployment, I'll come into that in upcoming sessions. So when the deployment or development is going on, might be the server is down. There might be thousands of reasons, but the end of the day, Geeta is not able to log in. So now it is a bad impression for Geeta. What application is this? She is using the application, but I am not able to use the application. So it basically, to ensure the application is bug free, so we don't want any bug in the application. And when there is a bug in the application and it stops working, as it happened for Sita, in a certain stage it creates a bad impression. Okay. Now to ensure all the users are able to use the application, including the physically challenged audience as well. Here, physically challenged audience are also the part of the society, and they have all the rights to use the application, to dress up properly. If you are using Amazon, if you are using Flipkart, if you are using Myntra, they have also the rights to use that application, and they also have the rights to know things. Okay, how to use and what. And yes, for that accessibility testing is there. I'll come to accessibility testing again in the upcoming session, and I'm just telling what is accessibility testing. Accessibility testing is basically the application is tested for the physically challenged audience, as they're the part of society, and they should know what the application is all about, and they should be able to use the application. So from all the people in the world, even physically challenged people are the part of the society, and also they should be knowing what is the application, and yes, they should be able to use the application at the end of the day. Now sometimes what happens, due to improper testing, the cost of project increases. So to avoid that, proper testing is mandatory. So even here also I have a very perfect story for you that is related to mine career story. And what happened is, I was testing one mobile app, and suddenly what happened, I was testing and there was a new feature introduced and developed. It was there in the application, but somewhere somehow due to miscommunication it was not conveyed to me, and I tested the application and I told, okay, application is working fine, you can go to production. When my lead asked me, okay, have you tested all the features, I told yes, it's working fine, it's a sign off, please go ahead and deploy. Now deploy is done in production, customer starts using. Basically first the client will test and then customer. So now the client start using and the client sees the newly featured has some bugs and is not tested. So when they come to me and then ask me, or when they come to my lead and they tell, okay, why this is not tested, the lead come to me asking why it is not tested, then we come to know, okay, now this feature has been introduced newly and it was not conveyed to me, so the testing was missed. So as the testing was missed, now again testing will be done, again a deployment will be done. So every time the build is created, it increases the cost of the project. Okay, so like basically testing should happen with all the features has to be tested and then move to production. One feature will go to production, then will give a bug, second will go, third will go. If you send a bunch of things, it is good, but if you send one by one, it is not good. So make sure that testing is done properly when you are testing any app, anything, whatever you are testing. And we do software testing to avoid risk and optimize business. Avoid risk basically means like if you are handling some e-commerce application like Flipkart, Myntra, Amazon, Nykaa, or let's suppose you are handling some electrical appliances like Usha and all, there is a payment gateway. Okay, there is a payment gateway. In that payment gateway, we are entering our credit card, debit card details and name, address, CVV, and a lot means OTP and all things. All those are private data to you, and you don't want some third party person to see your data or know your data. But what happens due to some maybe the code leakage, maybe some encryption failure, something is there, like data get leaked through the application get hacked through a hacker, and you are unable to control it, and all the data go to the database, or it was taken, it gets taken by the hacker. At that time, what happens when the data goes? When the data goes, when this all the mishaps happens, obviously the brand name obviously will go down. Do you agree that the brand name obviously will go down, and it will have an impact on your business? So we have to do software testing to avoid risk and optimize our business. Basically means optimizing business is like our brand name should be proper, and we have to avoid risk. Now coming to types of testing in software engineering. In software engineering, we have many types of testing which comes under manual and testing and automation testing. But let's understand them from this below table. Now you can see there are two tables and with 5 different points, each for manual testing and each 5 for automation testing. For manual testing, we have less reliable and sometimes inaccurate due to human error. As I told my example, that is the case. And for automation testing, more reliable and accurate as testing is done with help of scripts and tools. So we do write some scripts and use tools to do automation testing. It is more time consuming in manual testing, whereas it is very faster in automation testing because it takes fraction of seconds to execute your code. Ideal for situations where test cases are run once or twice but not repeatedly. In automation testing, the test cases can be executed repeatedly over a period of time. In manual testing, investment is required on test engineers, but in automation testing, investment is required on the testing tool and framework. On testing tool on automation, I'll do some videos I have done, but it is not completed yet. I'll do it from scratch again wherever I've left it. I'll start from there, and I'll do it properly and upload. So, and then the last but not the least, ideal for interesting scenarios where user friendliness and customer experience are key factors. As I was telling, customer experience and user friendliness is more important and it's at the really key factors obviously for an application, because customer is going to use the application end of the day. Because so the more it is user friendly, the more the confidence get built up in the customers, so use the application. And in automation testing, since there is no human observation, automation testing may not guarantee high quality user experience. Okay, so you can see here that there is a replica of real life scenario, and you can see manual and automated two images. And you can see in manual side there is a person with too tired, exhausted, and working with a coffee mug there, and he has lot of paperwork and manual test cases and lot of things are there. But if you see, this guy in automation testing is doing meditation, his work is finished, as the script is running fast than manual. So time consumption is less than manual, and manual takes a lot of time. Okay. Now why manual testing? So this is something to focus on, and there are many scenarios where automation testing cannot be done. I'll take a small example where it's an example of captcha, which can be done only manually. It can be tested only manually. Till the application is not stable, it is never recommended to go for automation testing, because in automation testing you will not find lot of bugs, but in manual testing when you do it, you'll find lots of bugs, and then you can move to automation testing. Once the bugs, it is a bug free and a stable application. The application might not be 100% bug free, but yes, if it is 99% bug free also, you can move it to automation. So when the application is developed by using manual testing, only we can identify the errors as well as holes in the application. Okay, so when it's tested manually, you can find more bugs. If there is a leakage in the code, you can also identify that. Manual testing is done keeping in view of a user, like how a user is going to use the application. Whatever I told before, I have just mentioned the point. For small projects, manual testing is recommended, as automation might increase the cost of it. We have big clients, we have small clients, we have mid-level clients. When there is a small client, might be there is a startup and they have started their own product and they want you guys to test it, but they have fixed budget where they are not ready for automation. There, when you use automation in that part and you charge for it, they are not ready to pay, because they have already told you our project has to be tested manually, not automatically, because they have a fixed budget. Hope it is clear. For any doubt, please do write in the comment box. I'll clarify your doubts there. Majority of the bugs are found in the manual testing phase only, and so on. Now guys, hope this introduction part is clear to you, and please do let me know in the comment box what else I should improve in my speaking and in my presenting part. And hope you guys like this video, and if you like this video, do like, share and subscribe, because I am not doing this video for earning money or something, but yes, I am doing to share my knowledge, to be frank, to share my knowledge to you guys. And soon I'll be starting a Hindi channel as well for people, those who don't understand Hindi, and it's bit difficult to understand Hindi for them or English for them. So I'll obviously make a Hindi channel also. I'm planning to do that. So every video will be coming Hindi channel in Hindi channel as well from next month of maybe for sure. And yes, if you guys please, if you like this video, do like, share and subscribe with your friends. Tell your friends to subscribe and like this. And I'm putting a lot of efforts making this content and doing this video. So yes, I obviously deserve a like and share and subscription as well. So thank you for watching guys, and stay home, stay safe, and yes, get vaccinated soon. Thank you. Bye bye.